Hey y'all, it's David. Welcome back to my channel with another Bible review. I'm going to be looking at the Canterbury and Black Pearl Goatskin by Schuyler. But first, if you enjoy the music playing underneath my videos or any of my videos, it's available for download at forloveoftheword.bandcamp.com. If you don't like my music, you don't have to download it. And no big deal, we can still be friends. Also, my book titled Hearing Love, it's available in hardback on Amazon as well as paperback and ebook. And it is a commentary on the greatest commandment to love the Lord with all of your heart, soul, mind, and strength. It's 130,000 words, and I believe it will change your life. It was worth me writing it, and I think it's worth you reading it. It's available on Amazon. That link will be in the description. And then if you enjoy the work and the ministry of my channel, you can support my family and I in full-time ministry here in San Antonio, Texas, over on my Patreon website. It's patreon.com/DavidLeeBrown, or just at the SA Tabernacle website, and you can donate to us there under the love offering for David Lee Brown. And then with that said, let's get into this Bible review. Now, this new Canterbury and Black Pearl Calfskin, I had ordered it in the spring with the intent of reviewing it right when I got it because it was a newer color for Schuyler. But like I said in my last video and the video before that, I've just got busy. I've just been riding my bike a lot, counseling marriages, and it's just been busy. So like that's been a good thing. But now finally, months later, now that it's not such a newy color anymore, I'm still want to review it. I love the Canterbury. It has a soft spot in my heart because it's the King James. I love the King James Bible. I read it often. It's not one that I read as regular as like the New American Standard or now the Legacy Standard Bible, but it's one of my mainstay translations. So I always want like a really good Bible. Up to this point, my favorite Canterbury has actually been the hardback version in cowhide that they did. It's just a beautiful Bible, and I did a review on that some years back when they first came out. But this one, the color really grabbed my eye, and then having one in the 28 GSM, because my previous Edgeline Canterbury that I'd gotten probably like five or so years ago. But Schuyler, when it comes to Skyler Bibles, look, I know I review a lot of Bibles on my channel, and then I know that there's this debate, which there probably shouldn't be at this point, between Allen and Schuyler. Schuyler's just better. And I love Allen. I still have Allen Bibles, and I use them. One of my main preaching Bibles is a New American Standard Allen Reader in 32 GSM, the black one. And you've probably seen that on the channel if you've watched a few of my videos, especially the Bible reviews. So I love Allen. I love what Thomas Nelson's doing. I love the new Lockman Prime editions. I love what Steadfast has been doing with the Legacy Standard Bible. I think that's my favorite new line, is the Legacy Standard and the things that Steadfast has been doing. They've been blowing my mind out of Korea. So all that to just give you a caveat. Like, I know what's out there and I love what's out there. But when it comes to Schuyler, I have more Schuyler's on my bookshelf than any other Bible, whether it's Cambridge or Allen or Steadfast. I have more Schuyler's than anyone else. And look, there's a reason for that. I love the format, whether it's the Canterbury or the Quintel. I just love that format for reading. So it's still my favorite format to read. And when I want to read a King James, I'm going to pick up a Canterbury. And now Schuyler has become so just precisionally perfect at what they do. The typeface, the paper that they use, even their 28 GSM paper. I know it's a little bit on the thinner side, but it's such a good quality, and it just feels like nice Bible paper, and it's so amazing. Their covers, their binding from Youngblood, Beresford ribbons, the art gilding, just, again, like Schuyler just, man, they nail it, and every time they nail it. But through the years, it's like they've nailed it so much that it's almost like perfection can become boring. And I feel like to stay ahead of that, what they've done is stayed on top of like the colors and the types of leathers that they're offering. So no matter what they do, whether it's goatskin or the calfskin, even Edgeline versus some of their paste down stuff, like Schuyler just always does an incredible job. And even though it's bound at the same place that like Cambridge is, some of the Allens are, some of the past Steadfast Bibles have been, like Schuyler still always finds a way to just keep theirs top shelf. And so again, I know it's fun like exploring the new stuff that's coming out, and again, I think the Legacy Standard, Steadfast, they're doing amazing. They're my favorite of the new stuff. And I still enjoy some of the other Thomas Nelson, the Premier editions. Like those are nice, and I enjoy them for what they are, but again, just nothing nothing right now compares to a Schuyler as far as the quality of everything they're putting, because even though things are bound at Youngblood, like, companies have a preference of like, hey, we're going to use this type of quality building material, or we'll save a little buck here or whatever. I just feel like Schuyler spares no expense, and they just go for the best of the best, and it definitely shows in their editions. And so I have more Schuyler's than I have any other publisher in my library. Again, there's a reason for that. They're just good at what they do. But because they're so good at what they do, you just like expect a certain quality from Schuyler. I've never been disappointed by a Schuyler. But they've been around for so long that I'm never surprised by a Schuyler. And so you just get what you get with them. And again, they're just top shelf, and they're just mind-blowingly good and consistent. A lot like Adrian at AE Bibles with his rebinds. He's just consistently good at what he does that it almost becomes boring in a sense, or not boring, but it just, you lose the excitement because it's so good. You expect it to be so good next time, and then you expect it to be that good the next time, and it's just all good. And that's what you're getting with the Schuyler. And so when Schuyler comes out with different colors or different types of skins that they're binding the Bibles in, that's what makes the Schuyler's newy and fresh, and that's what keeps like the rebinds newy and fresh, is the different things that you can do with it. And I feel like maybe Schuyler realizes that at some point. So they've been coming out with these new Calfskin editions the last year or so, especially, like, I can't remember when they started the mahogany brown. Maybe that was 2 years ago. And then they started putting full yaps on things. And then they started branching out into different colors of the calfskin. And now they're doing this whole new Tuscany thing with the ESV, which I don't have. When they do a Tuscany and like a New American Standard, at some point I'll probably pick one of those up. But the color offerings, like, look, when Schuyler first came out, I used to keep up with everything that they released. But they've come out with so much stuff that it's just impossible. I'm not that rich. It's like the guys that drive Ferraris can keep up with everything that Schuyler does. I'm not that guy. I can't keep up with it. So now they do so much. They have so much beautiful stuff and such a variation of colors and skins that they offer that it's just like, man, I wish I could have one of everything, but I can't. And so I've got to be very selective when they come out with stuff. And so this one in the spring, they came out with the black pearl in the calfskin in the Canterbury. And I had the calfskin in the New American Standard with the brown one. Is it the antique marble brown, I think? The antique marble brown. I don't think the antique mahogany is the old goatskin color. And sorry, I'm not looking that up on the internet right now. I'm just doing my video and saying what I want, because I'm just a guy talking about stuff on the internet. So, you know, if I'm right or wrong about that, let me know, whatever. But anyway, this new calfskin and the black pearl, when I saw it, I'm like, oh man, that's my new King James. Excited to pick this up again. I've been using it and I really love it. Again, when I just want that good old King James, I'm always going to pick up a Canterbury. And until this one, it's been that hardback that I've just fallen in love with. And you know, even after having this one, I can't bring myself to part with the hardback, even though I've had people write me and they're like, hey, are you selling that hardback cowhide Canterbury? I'm like, no, like, you know, it would have to be the right price, and the right price is probably too stupid high for anyone to afford. So I'm going to keep it because I like it. I'm not going to let it go for just anything. I really, really like that edition. But that's to say, I really like this new full yap Canterbury in the black pearl calfskin. Now, Schuyler's calfskin, it looks in the video like it's got some good grain texture, and it does. But when you feel it, it's not going to feel like the goat skin. The calf skin is noticeably smoother than the goat skin, which is actually, in a Bible community that's saturated in nice goat skins, this is a really welcome change. I feel like the Schuyler calf skins that are more of that ironed, smooth feel, but not so ironed that it takes all the grain out of it. So you can see the grain, but you don't necessarily feel all the grain. I mean, you can a little bit, but man, my fingers are so callous from playing guitar, and my hands are so callous from weights and push-ups and pull-ups and stuff that I don't know if I can hardly feel accurately, but I can feel some stuff. But it's mostly just a smooth cover, mostly has that iron feel, and it's still just as supple. Out of the box, the calfskin seems to be a little less supple than the goatskin, hardly enough to write home about, but over time, Beth, you're right, and you told me this about my first calfskin Schuyler that I reviewed, that you're like, it will soften up over time, or whatever you said. And I'm sorry if I'm not doing your voice right. That's just my standard run-of-the-mill lady voice. But anyway, you were right, Beth. It does soften up over time when you use it, and it feels just as supple as the goatskin, even though it still maintains that smooth quality. So I'm actually, when it comes to the Skyler Bibles, kind of gravitating more to the calfskin than I am the goatskin. Is it because I have a lot of goatskin already and I'm wanting something new? Maybe, but the new edition is welcome. So this black pearl is really cool. Like, you have to tell yourself it's black because of all the blue ribbons and the silver gilting and the blue under silver art gilting on the pages. You have to tell yourself this is black pearl, not dusky blue or something. Like, I have to remind myself this is black. I'm not looking at blue cover. I don't know if that matters to you, but it's just kind of a funny thing that goes on my mind, because the way that they presented this edition, I'm like, it looks like a blue Bible, but is it? It's not. It's black pearl. And so anyway, I really enjoy it. I enjoy kind of that dusty, maybe dust is wrong because it doesn't look like dust, but it's just got like this white pearl. Maybe that's why they named it black pearl and not black dust. Okay, so I'm catching on here. So there's like this whitey thing that's like pearly over the calfskin, and it looks nice. One thing I have noticed about the calfskin, whether it's my brown one or this blue black pearl, is when I use it, the accent color that's, giving it the pearl or that marbled effect doesn't wear off. So like the old goat skins where they had that antique marble brown goat skin, or the antique mahogany goatskin, the old brown one where it was brown and then they kind of dusted it with like a black ink or something to give it like this marbly look. The more you use it, the more that dye or ink would wear off over time. And so I have some of those older goatskin editions that look nice and dark and rich when they came in, but through using it, that dye wore off, and now it's just kind of this mid-brown color with some, sprinkles of marbling where my hands usually aren't when I read the Bible. So the marbling will be kind of like up here, but the marbling's kind of all worn off where you see my hand here, and then on the spine pretty much from here down it's gone away. But on the calfskin I haven't noticed that. So the marbling stays on the calfskin. So I don't know the process for finishing the leather and dyeing it, but it seems to hold its color better on the calfskin. So maybe that's one of the reasons I'm gravitating towards that. But with Schuyler, you're going to get the raised hubs with the Jerusalem cross on the spine and the cover. What I really like about Schuyler's full Yap Bibles is you have the perimeter stitching with the tooled line that outlines where the text block is at. And that just, to me, is just the perfect combo of beautiful things. I don't know what else to call it. Anyway, just beautiful presentation. I love the deep, rich blue ribbons with the black pearl. And then, oh my goodness, the blue under silver art gilding with the drop caps in red. And in this edition, the words of Jesus are in red. So the black cover with the blue accents and then the red drop caps and the red letters for Jesus is just oh my goodness, such a wonderful presentation. Now at first glance it looks like a quintel because it's double column and you have your references at the bottom, but because it's a King James, you'll notice like there's no footnotes, and so it's just going to be cross references at the bottom. Don't have to worry about footnotes so much in the King James Canterbury. And although it is double column, the quintel is paragraph format and the Canterbury is verse by verse format. which honestly I do prefer the verse-by-verse format. If I had to choose one, I'd go with the verse-by-verse. Now when you go to the book of Psalms, there is a format change, and it is a single column verse-by-verse for the Psalms, and everywhere else throughout it's a double column. So that's kind of an interesting take on the format, and because the Canterbury offers that and then a few other things like the glossary of King's English, it's going to be a teeny bit thicker than the Quintel. But I mean, it's not enough to write home about. It's just a teeny bit. Like if you measured it, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's a little bit thicker. But if you put a Quintel next to a Canterbury, which I'll do near the end of the video, it's not that big of a difference. It's pretty much just the standard size for Schuyler's full-size Bible. Beautiful Bible, beautiful presentation. Again, they offer colors out the wazoo. So if you don't like this color, they've got one for you, and if they don't, it's coming later on. So just be patient and get it then. But just nice cream colored pages, line matched. Like, I can't say enough good things about Schuyler. And so even though I do other Bible reviews and stuff, just know, like, Schuyler's just at the top. No matter what they do, they're always at the top. Now, Steadfast is chomping at their heels, but they're still just chomping at their heels. And I'm proud of what Steadfast has done. But anyway, go to the back. You have Bible maps. You do have a concordance. But then what's unique to the Canterbury, and I can't break tradition with my Schuyler Canterbury Bible review, you have a King's English glossary of terms used in the King James Bible. So I'm open up to the first page. So we're going to pick a couple of these and have fun. Ado, A-D-O, means to fuss or trouble. Distaff, spindle for spinning thread. A daysman, a mediator or an umpire. That'd be fun. Next time your kid's baseball game starts yelling at the daysman for being blind. Loins, the region of the body including the hips and... you can look that one up on your own. I'll stop reading there. Sith! For you Star Wars fans, Sith is in here. S-I-T-H. It means since. Well, I was expecting a little bit more Star Wars-y of a definition, but in the King James, the glossary of King's English, Sith means since. Well, since we covered that, let's move on. To wit, to know, to find out, to wit. Ye, second person, plural, subjective pronoun. Thou, you, yea, yes, indeed. Yesternight, last night. Anyway, we can have fun with those. I have fun with the glossary of King's English, but I've reviewed Canterbury's on the channel. You guys have seen Canterbury's, and I'm sure you're very familiar with the format. I just wanted to give you a chance to see this beautiful black pearl, even though it's not newy anymore. And I got this last spring when it was newy, but now black pearls are just coming out the wazoo, and everyone's got them, and you've seen pictures of them. But now here's a video of a black pearl on my YouTube channel. And not for size, but just so you can see the colors together in case you're thinking like, I want all the colors for my bookshelf. I just brought one with me, and it's my antique marble brown Quintel full yap, New American Standard. And you can see how the colors just go beautifully together. We'll switch it around, put one on top and the other one on top of the other one. And they're just very handsome colors together. These Schuyler calfskins are just amazing. A pleasure to hold in your hand. I love the goat skin still, but there's just, I don't know, maybe it's because the calfskin's new. I'm really enjoying them, and again, the color doesn't fade when you use them. And two, ordering the calfskin, even though you have the same color, you'll see when I do the Stridon finally, the other one I got last spring that I was supposed to review, that I haven't reviewed yet, that I'll try to have up in the next week or two, you'll see that the brown calfskins, even though I order the same color, they all kind of have their own unique color tone and texture. And so I would assume that would be the same of the black pearl, just everything is unique, even if you ordered the same things. And so Schuyler's just doing such a wonderful job with keeping their stuff new and fresh. It's like they achieve perfection, and now it's like, okay, people are getting bored of perfect. How do we keep everything newy and freshy? And so I love all the new colors. I can't keep up with everything that they're doing. I wish I could, but I will be keeping up to some degree with some of the stuff that they'll be coming out with. And so, this last year, 2022, I didn't expect to really get any new Bibles. So I'm like, everything that I want is already out. And then all of a sudden, Legacy Standard starts dropping their stuff. You've got all these things from Thomas Nelson, and then the Lockman Primes, who saw that coming? Then this Black Pearl Goatskin, the Strident. It's just like, wow, this ended up being a pretty big year of Bibles for me. So we'll see what comes out next year. And with Schuyler, I kind of expect them to continue to innovate. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this Bible review and just gawking at another edition with me. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holy Days. And I will see you guys again with the next Bible review. Y'all have a good one. Is that how I end my videos? Y'all have a good one? Or to just peace out? Or this is the end. Thanks for watching. Gosh. Okay, I got better at the beginning. I don't know how to end it. Just like, shoot, man. Why do I make these things so weird? Just... bye. The end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Y'all take care. Bye.